Benvenuti amici and welcome to Life is Grape in Tuscany, where we uncork the rich traditions, delicious wines, and timeless dishes of this beautiful Italian region. I'm Rebecca Christofferson-Gutenoir, your wine-centric guide through the vineyards, olive groves, cheese caves, and so much more. So whether you are living in Tuscany, coming to visit, or just have Tuscany in your heart, this podcast is aimed at you. Benvenuti amici and welcome back to Life is Grape in Tuscany. In today's episode, we embark on a delicious journey into one of Tuscany's culinary cornerstones, pasta. What would the Italian cuisine be without pasta? Most traditional Italians I know eat it at least once a day. In Italy, pasta is traditionally served as a primo, the course that comes between the appetizer and the main dish. No authentic Italian restaurant would dare leave out this essential staple from their menus. Despite its simplicity, often made with just 2 ingredients, pasta comes in hundreds of shapes, many with unique regional names, variations, and rules. When tourists come to Italy, there are experiences like fresh pasta making that always seem to be on their checklists. We always smile a little at that because the truth is most of us living in Italy don't make fresh pasta on a regular basis. It's a lot of work. Instead, we rely on dried pasta, which has existed here since at least the Middle Ages, but some believe it goes back even further to the Roman times. No matter how old, it was a brilliant way to store food safely long before fridges existed, and it quickly became an essential part of the Italian diet. With the Industrial Revolution, pasta became mass-produced in order to feed a rapidly growing population. In the race to make it faster, cheaper, and on a larger scale, big pasta factories started cutting corners. Unfortunately, that may be one of the reasons we're now seeing a rise in gluten insensitivities, perhaps because we're no longer eating the best grains available to us. So there's pasta and then there's pasta. But I'll leave it there for now because I'm about to speak with somebody who knows far more about pasta than I do. Our guest comes from a brand that has been a proud part of local kitchens for over a century. Pasta Fabbri. Today, I'm sitting down with Marco from Pasta Fabbri, who will take us through the history of the company, the types of pasta they make, the grains they use, and what sets their pasta apart. We'll also dive into the health benefits of eating high-quality pasta and why the old methods of slow drying are better for you. Welcome, Marco. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Okay, pleasure for me.
Perfect.
Okay, today you teach me English and I teach you pasta, okay?
Super, I love it. I love it. So we are actually sitting in the front room of Pasta Fabbri, so where the little factory is, which is a part that's sort of dedicated museum to the art of pasta making. Could you tell us a little bit about where we are exactly geographically? And then after that, Could you tell us something about the story?
We are situated in the South Hill of Florence, in the first part of Chianti. Strada in Chianti, this village, is the first village of Chianti when you come out from Florence and go to the south. Pastificio Fabbri started in 1893, right here in the main square of this village, of Strada in Chianti. It's my grandfather and the grand-grandfather who founded. I am the 5th generation. The first generation founded in 1893, and the whole village grow around this pastificio because it's the only activity.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
This square was founded by pastificio because it have three parts. Each part have one pastificio in the time.
So there were 3?
Yeah.
Oh, Oh.
The first pastificio on the road, and the other three sides. The square have three sides.
Okay, right.
You must teach English.
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
I'll be on
Correctly.
it, yes.
And the first pastificio is in the side where there is the main streets, and the other two sides is the first pastificio of where we are the owner, because before we are in rent.
Right.
Then, we are the owner in the second part. After the Second World War, we reopen to the third side. Okay.
So this is your third location over 100
and we do the turn
30.
of the square.
Right.
Okay.
So you've been all over
now we
the square.
can begin again. Okay.
With the next generation.
Yeah. And before the Second World War, we have not only pastificio, but we have a shop, like I just say, and a mill. Okay. We know all the chain of the pasta.
Yeah,
because
so the whole production was under control.
Yeah, you don't have the truck for move much wheat. Yeah. The farmer here bring the wheat, we mill and do pasta.
So does that mean that there used to be a lot of wheat fields around here?
Yeah, before the Second World War, about here is not a rich place, and the person think, no, how I can drink, but how I can eat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then we change Montalcino. Montalcino is not here, but it's famous for the Brunello. Montalcino is full of wheat. Yeah. After the Second World War, we start to plant the grapes.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's the same here.
Yeah, it's the same. Because you start with the problem, how I can eat. Yeah. After you have solved this problem, you change. Yeah. We change in Chianti, the wine. All person know the wine, all person know the Brunello, but no much person know that before the wine, before the grape, there is a great field of wheat. Other important date is the 1958. After the Second World War, my grandfather, the third generation, and his brother tried to keep everything going. But in the end, we close the mill, we close the shop, and remain only the pasta. Other thing much important is this machine, because from that years, we start to make the pasta like now. It's a brave choice, because we must choose or money or do an ethic choose. I choose, my father choose to preserve what is the real pasta.
Okay.
It's not possible preserve the real pasta if you focus on the money, because you need so many time for made pasta, and if you do million of packs and earn 1 cent for packs, you become rich. If you do less packs and you earn €1 on 1 packs, you become poor. Okay.
Yeah. So
but we are rich inside. We are rich inside.
Rich inside. Yes. So
the different you asked to me.
Yeah. So
the different.
So this was the time when Italy was becoming industrialized, and a lot of factories started to make 1 million packs.
Yeah. Industrial pasta is not pasta.
Oh, okay.
I don't call it pasta. It's not have the shape. The shape, the spaghetto, you see the spaghetto, it's similar pasta. But what you eat is not pasta. It's change. Because the industrial machine is so fast and press so with so much strength the dough inside the
molds.
Yeah, inside the molds, and your pasta, your dough have a number, have a not infinity strength. Then, if you want preserve this strength, and the strength is the quality, you need go slowly. And if you go slowly, you don't create chemical process. You don't create, you don't burn, you don't create furosina, you preserve your gluten stay alive, and your gluten drink your sauce, and your starch remain sweet. And when you have gluten that drink your sauce and starch remain sweet, when you cook, you seem a chef. But it's not your, it's not you change. You change what you use, because the most difficult plate to do is a simple plate with less ingredient. And we do a pasta with water and semolina. But if you want to do a good pasta with a big machine and you want to go so fast, it's impossible. You can choose the best semolina, you can choose the best dough, the best mold, you can. But if you don't choose the best method, in each step of our method, we understand if we do a right thing. And when we wrong, we feel with our nose or with our mouth. It's burn, it's not sweet, have a problem. Okay, go slowly. The industry says how much my product can cost when I finish. Too much, okay, cut the quality.
Yeah.
And we cut the cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
No, it makes a
arrive,
lot of sense.
but it's the only, and in the time is the right choice, because remain I don't know how many pastificio works in this way, and there is a big market. A big market is like a big cake. Someone can be the cherry. We are the cherry.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think the cost difference is huge.
10 times.
10 times? Oh, okay.
About.
So it is. But I feel also, I've been like eating your pasta for many years now. I feel that when I cook your pasta, I don't need as much to have a full sensation. I don't
know.
Yeah.
But you feel full, but
Yeah.
you don't feel bloated.
Yeah, you don't feel bloated at all. And it's like really digestible. So I guess, yeah, 10 times as much. I didn't realize it was that much. But anyway, a pack, how much does a pack of spaghetti go for on the shelf of a market? €5?
Yeah, about 5-10 euros in Italy.
Okay.
Depend the shape, depend the width, depend the shop.
Sure, yeah, of course. How long is the drying process here at Pasta Fabbri?
In hours, from 72 to 144.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I don't even know how many days that is.
You need to calculate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
In days, from 3 to 6 days.
Okay.
But when we change the unity of measure, because the industry say you 10 hours, 12 hours, 4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours.
Okay. Yeah, and time is money.
Time is money.
Yeah.
And for we are artisan.
Yeah.
And we give a value to our time.
Of course.
In our time, give a value to a product.
Right. So the wheat, you use ancient grains. How many different wheats do you use?
I search the best wheat each year.
Yeah.
Then we use Capelli, we use Camut or Khorasan is the same. We use Timilia, Rossello, we use a blend of these.
And is it always Italian origin?
Yeah, I am Italian, I say you Italian. It's not Italian, it's Africa. All come from Africa. The wheat born there.
But it grows here?
Grows here.
Yeah.
And But the wheat is not difficult to grow because is a grass.
Right.
Okay, but the difficulty if you want much grass with less cost. This is so difficult, and the difference between ancient and non-ancient wheat is ancient wheat is poor of gluten, have no strength gluten, is not powerful, and the modern wheat have much gluten and so strong. And for me, I am a pasta maker. Is more easy pastify the strong wheat is with the strong gluten with much gluten. But I eat what I do, and is so difficult for digest.
Right.
For this reason, you don't feel bloated.
Yeah, yeah.
The new wheat was born for industry reason, much productivity in the field, much faster or much easy to pastify, and with a good color.
Right.
Because much persons say the color is it's a good color, it's like a gold, it's good. No, the ancient wheat have not good color.
Right, it's a little browner.
It's brown, it's a little bit white, it's like a creamy.
Right,
It's not like a gold.
Yeah.
And much person think if it is like a gold, gold is good, is better.
True. That's psychological.
But the industry understand this and create wheat with a much powerful gluten, and the color of the pasta is from the gluten, and the gluten give the gold color.
Right. Okay.
Then you eat with your eyes. Mm-hmm. The industry is more easy for the industry pastify, but when arrive at the end, you must digest. Starts a problem.
Yeah.
And we do the opposite.
And is it true also that these ancient grains have more vitamins? Are they better for us? Maybe not vitamins. Maybe I got that wrong.
Have a great nutritional value.
Yeah.
And inside this great value, this is less gluten, because much person think if it's full of gluten, it's full of protein. It's good, but you must digest.
True.
Eat a good pasta, not so much, 100 grams, and you feel full, not bloated. You put a good sauce, but less sauce, poor sauce, and you feel in traditional Italian way.
How many shapes do Pasta Fabbri make?
Oh, how many shape? I do 40 of raffine, 20 half integral, 6 integral, 6 of spelt, and 5, 6 egg pasta.
Wow. So
But we can do so much. I use about 30% of my bronze mold. Only 30%. I can do much pasta, but we must understand the industry is not all wrong. If we understand, we must do less, not infinity shape. Otherwise, the cost becomes so much, and but in this way, we don't change the quality.
what's your most popular shape?
3 about spaghettoni. Spaghettoni is our when I want say to a great person or a restaurant with stars, I say taste the spaghettoni, because they don't believe they have more than 20 minutes of cook, and is so big and don't find on the market big in this way. We need 6 days for drying.
Wow.
The other shape so famous is the flying dish, is the dischi volante in Italiano, because of a long story. On our website there is
The story of that. Yeah. It's a typical Florentine.
Because in Florence, when there is a football match, Pistoiese versus Fiorentina, 30,000 people in the stadium see the flying dish.
Ah, okay.
Okay, and my grandfather don't escape think marketing. And become famous because we start to do from 1959 about with the same machine, with the same mold. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, you got it.
We don't change. It's like a time machine. You taste the flavor of that years.
Yeah.
And or stracci is another typical plate. And like so much person think about wild boar or something of meat.
Right. Could be. I'm curious to know how certain sauces are paired with certain pastas.
Okay.
Is there a golden rule that we can apply to how to pair the best sauce with the best pasta?
Okay.
I'm thinking, for example, cinghiale that you were saying before is good with the stracci. Or
Yeah,
stracci.
but you cut small or you cut big, the wild boar?
Ah, okay.
You ask us the rules.
Yeah.
I say my rules.
Yeah.
I am not a chef, but I understand some rules. In this case, if you do a wild boar, if you do a big piece, you need the big pasta.
Okay.
If you do a small piece, it's okay, a small pasta. If you do, you overcook the wild boar, it becomes so creamy and small, you can use our flying dish. If you choose to do a wild boar so big, it's better maniche di frate, the big paccheri, or stracci.
Okay.
Okay, and for the taste, we do integral, half integral, refined. More is refined, more is sweet. More is integral, and more you feel the flavor of field, and seems like a little bit acid. Then if you use much tomato, they don't match because acid and acid is become too much.
Yeah.
But is a simple rules. Each person who like eat well understand in 2-3 times. If you try to do my timilia is so raw with pomodoro, you understand it's better if you use something more sweet.
When you go into a shop and you're buying pasta, what are you looking for? I mean, if you don't have Pasta Fabbri as
the
a
label.
choice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you looking for in the label? And what does it mean?
We write, for example, not low temperature, not drying at low temperature. There is no law in Italy that can explain you how is the low temperature.
Okay, so that doesn't mean anything.
My mother said to me, slowly there is no number. On our website, on our label, there is 38 degree.
Right.
Okay, Celsius is 100 Fahrenheit about. And the other things you can find on the label is Italian wheat. They mean nothing because I can do a not good wheat, can be mold, but it's from Italian and is good. No.
Ah, that's true too.
And the third thing is the bronze mold. With the bronze mold, all have bronze mold. Okay, but if you do so fast the pasta, there is not the material can help you to do a good pasta.
Right.
It's the method.
Right.
There is these 3 things: low temperature, bronze mold, and Italian wheat.
And they mean nothing.
They mean nothing. It's a smart label, but I don't believe in this pasta. I won't read much thing, like the temperature.
Exact temperature, 38.
We do at 38 because my grandfather said to me, which temperature is hot for you? When you burn over 40 degrees, you burn.
How do you see Pasta Fabbri surviving in the future? Do you think that people appreciate these efforts that you're making?
We survive for 130 years. We survived I don't know how many pandemic, I don't know how many war we survive, sure. But how? We understand we must do a group. We understand we must open. Do a pasta is not a secret, is a treasure. It's different. I won't teach, I won't explain how to do.
Yeah.
Because if you take a secret, at the end you finish. We must do a group, we must find a person who wants to know how to do a pasta. We must understand if there is a great movement about the quality, we can not only survive.
That's very true. And I think there's a lot of awareness now. People are starting to understand the value of the quality of the food that they eat, especially now, I think, with so many people becoming gluten, intolerant.
But it's not beautiful to say, but the sickness is our best commercial things for sell, because when you feel bloated, you cannot eat nothing, and you feel something and you say, I can eat, incredible. Doesn't matter the price.
Yeah, that is very true. And you start to understand that you've been eating the wrong stuff. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
I wanted to mention that, of course, people who come to Strada in Chianti, where we are, or even Florence, it's so, it's so close. You can come here and you can visit Pasta Fabbri, right?
Yeah.
So you guys open the doors, as you said.
Yes, it's from 2006. Okay.
Since 06. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do a tour inside the pastificio.
Okay, great.
Because my father just understand this.
That you should open the doors. In fact, I've been here many times with our Grape Tours groups. So that's how I knew about it and started eating the pasta. So people can find out about Pasta Fabbri on the website.
Yeah.
They can follow your Instagram account. You do a lot of recipes. I've seen they're fantastic.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm going to put all of your details in the show notes. And I have nothing else to say. Thank you, Marco.
If you have other question or other times you want to come here, it's a pleasure for me.
Super. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the English lesson.
I don't think I did much. You did so well. So you guys, thank you for listening along. If you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe and share Life is Grape in Tuscany with anyone who loves food, wine, and all things Tuscan. Until next time, salute!